Good morning Year 3 and welcome to this video, which is for Friday the 5th of March. Possibly the last one if we're going back to school on the 8th, but who knows. So here is your Fluent in 5 for today. Please pause the video and have a go if you have not done so already. Okay, let's go through the answers. So 288 plus 500, well, hopefully you counted on by 500s to get 788. Then here we had 99 divided by 5. Now that sounds really horrible, but there's a couple of ways you could have done it. So you could count in 5s until you got to 95, or you could have started counting at 50, because you know that's 10 5s. So you would have counted 19 times. When you got to your 19 times 5, which equals 95, then you would have had 4 left, because 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So you know that it goes in 19 times, but you've got 4 left. The other thing to do is to think of it as 100 divided by 5. Share your 100 into groups of 5 and you have 20 groups. Now again, you know that 20 shared into groups of 5 gives you 2 groups. So 100 shared into groups of 5 gives you 20 groups. Then if you take one group away, because you want 19 groups, if you take one group of 5 away, you've used 95 of them. That gives you 19 groups, but remember you have your 4 left because it was 99. So you have 95 counters used into 19 groups and 4 left. Don't panic if you couldn't do it. It was a really tricky one. Then here we've got something, take away 512 equals 410. So you had something and you removed that and you were left with that. So if you put those two together, you should find the answer. 512 plus 410, 2 add 0 is 2, 1 add 1, 10 is 2 tens, and 5 add 4 is 9 hundredths. So it was 922. Then 32 divided by 4. So you could have done 32 divided into 4 groups, or you may have known your 4 times table, that it was 8 times 4 made 32. Either way, the answer was 8. Right, let's look at today's. So we are going to be looking today at more fractions, but this is looking at sort of understanding fractions, applying fractions. It's hopefully using all of the skills that you have learned for fractions so far. So it should be a complete mix. So your first question says, what fraction of the shape is not shaded? So you need to look at these options and choose the one that represents the amount that is not shaded in. Then for the second question, which of these, so you've got 4 representations here, which one shows 2/7 shaded in? Then number 3, what fraction of the strawberries are on the plate? So think about how many you've got and then how many are on the plate, and then tick the fraction you think it is. Then you've got a little one here of 5/10 add 3/10, but you've got some options, so which one is it? And then number 5, which fraction also has half, what fractions, also have half shaded in? So you've got some representations here, which ones also have a half shaded in? So if you pause the video and have a go, if you haven't already, and then I'm going to go through these ones before we move on to the next. So this one, what fraction of the shape is not shaded? Well, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts in total, 8 equal parts in total. You have 1, 2, 3 parts that are not shaded in, so the answer is number C. Letter C. 2, which shape shows 2/7 shaded in? So you are looking for 7 parts in total with 2 parts shaded in. Well, here we've got 2 parts shaded in. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we've got too many pieces, so it can't be that one. It's not this one, because that's got more than 2 pieces shaded in, and so has this, more than 2 pieces. We know it's not this one because we just checked it, so let's check B. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts in total, and we have 2 parts shaded. So that is the one that shows 2/7 shaded in. What fraction of the strawberries are on the plate? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strawberries in total. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are on the plate, so 4/7 of the strawberries are on the plate. 5/10 add 3/10. Well, we are still dealing with tenths. We had 5 parts, we added 3 more, so we now have 8 parts. So the correct answer is 8/10. Which ones also have a half shaded in? Well, this one, you can see it's been split down the middle and that has half shaded in. This one, if you moved that red one to there and that red one to there, you'd have half shaded in. And this one, let's have a look. Right, in order for half of them to be shaded in, we need the numerator to be half of the denominator. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces in total, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded in. So we have in fact got half of the shape shaded, because out of all 8 parts, 4 are shaded. Let's look at this one. Now we can see visually that that's not a half, because if I move that red part here, we've got 3 parts shaded, but we've got more parts unshaded, so it is not a half. Then the next questions. I'll go through them, but then I'd like you to pause the video and have a go if you haven't. So you've got 3/5 take away 1/5. What answer is it? Then you've got Jimmy gave 1/6 of a whole cake to his friend. What fraction of the cake is left? Choose one. And Maggie has 10 cupcakes. What fraction is circled? So have a look here and see which fraction is circled. Pause it if you haven't had a go and I'll go through it. So we had 3/5. We took away 1/5. So we know our fraction is going to be still fifths at the bottom. It's still out of 5 equal parts. We had 3 of the parts. We took away 1 of the parts. So we only now have 2 of the parts. So the answer is 2/5. So it's this one here, D. Then Jimmy gave 1/6 of a whole cake to his friend. What fraction is left? Now the whole cake would have been 6/6. He gave away 1/6. So he's got 5/6 remaining. So the answer is B. Maggie has 10 cupcakes. What fraction is circled? Well, we know that she has 10 cupcakes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them are circled. So 6 out of the 10 cupcakes are circled. So 6/10 has been circled. So this time you need to put the fractions in ascending order. That just means from the smallest to the largest. So put the smallest first and then the largest. So these are your options. Think carefully about which one is the smallest and which one is the largest. Then Henry has 20 building blocks. So here's all 20. Colour in 6/10 of them. So remember he's got 20 there, so be careful. Then 3/9 plus 4/9, take away 2/9 is what? So we'll go through those in a second. I'll just give you enough time to pause it if you've not had a go. So put the fractions in ascending order. Now they've all got the same denominator. That's important. It means they all have the same amount of parts. They've all got 7 equal parts. So if you're looking for the smallest, if you think my cake's been cut into 7 equal pieces, who's got the smallest amount? Well, this person here has only got 1/7. So they've got the smallest amount of the cake because they've got 1 out of 7 slices. Now let's look at another one. Who's got the next smallest? Well, it's 3/7 is next, then 4/7, because the largest fraction is 6/7, because this person has got 6 out of 7 equal pieces. So which one is that? It is question C. Now this one's tricky, but you can do this in 2 different ways. Henry has 20 blocks, circle 6/10 of them. Now that means you have to circle 6 out of every 10. But yeah, you've got 20, but that doesn't matter because you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10. And that way you have circled 6/10 of 20. So which one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coloured in? Well, the answer is A. But don't panic if you got that one wrong. But it is 6 out of every 10 blocks, but you had 20, so you almost had to do it twice. Then here you had 3/9 and you added 4 more, so you 3/9 add 4/9 gives me 7/9, but then I am taking away 2/9, so 7/9, take away 2/9, Well, I've still got my denominator as a 9 because I'm still talking about 9 equal parts. 7 of those parts, take away 2 parts, is 5 parts. So well done if you knew it was 5/9. Then the next one. John and Tilly ate 2/9 of a cake each. Ken ate 3/9 of the same cake. What fraction of the cake did John, Tilly and Ken eat all together? Don't let that one trick you. Then which one is the smallest fraction? Out of all of these, which one is the smallest? So I'll give you time to pause the video and have a go, and I'll go through the answers in a second. So we have got, now I'm going to write their names because I think otherwise people may have possibly missed it. Maybe not. Now, I know that Ken ate 3/9. I know that Tilly ate 2/9, but the answer is not 5/9 because John and Tilly ate 2/9 of the cake each. So John also had 2/9 of the cake. So how many in total? Well, John and Tilly ate 4/9 between them, and then Ken had 3/9. So 4/9 add 3/9 is 7/9. So the answer is 7/9. Well done if you got that one right. Then lastly, which is the smallest fraction? Well, this one's tricky because all the denominators are different. However, all the numerators are the same. So in each of our fractions, we have 1 part. So this is, I always talk about cake, but this is when you think, the more pieces your cake is cut into, the smaller piece you are going to get. Now, everybody has only got 1 piece, but their cakes have all been cut into different amounts. So who is getting the smallest piece of cake? Well, this is the smallest piece of cake because it has been cut into the most pieces. So 1/9 is the smallest fraction because this has been cut into 5 parts, this has been cut into 7, this has been cut into 3, and this has been cut into 9. And you've only got 1 slice of each, so this is the smallest fraction. I think that's it for today. That is it. So well done if you did that and got all those right. Remember, the answers are on the website as well if you'd like to see them. Oh, that might be it. But if not, see you soon for more maths videos. Goodbye.